Hello all, I hope you had a nice weekend. And I'm back here to do a little bit of casting. And let's have a look at what we can get done. Sadly, I'm quite busy and the weekend has been busy, so I won't have time to do the metagame challenge. I wish I would, but you know, sometimes with work and family that's a bit tough. It requires a lot of best of threes. We're just gonna do... Drafting is also a bit time heavy for what I have today. Blue, green, blue, black, white, green. So blue, green seems to be something that would be good to play. Blue, green. God, what could we play in blue, green reasonably? Blue, green. Gosh, that's a tough one. Blue green. There's no amazing blue green deck I know of. But I really want to try out Explorer. Haven't really played Explorer yet. And blue green. What could we play in blue green that would be fun? Some kind of tempo deck probably. I mean, the Explorer pool is pretty deep. And we have some good options with the lands and spells. So what could we... We could play the Neoform combo, of course. I never really liked it though. I think I would rather... Uro is not available. Yeah, I think I'll just try and tempo my opponents out and get to big mana and then play something nasty. That's roughly it. What kind of good flash things do we have? Cutthroat is decent, yeah. Cutthroat is pretty decent, Trickster is pretty decent, Adversary isn't bad. I like Adversary, Borrower is good. Yeah, there is a good amount of interesting fun stuff. Obstructionist is pretty good. Deluge is of course very good. Amalgam isn't bad. Amalgam isn't bad at all. Yeah, Gearhulk, Horror. Gearhulk is good, I mean, I like Gearhulk. I like Preserver. I like Ambusher, of course. Ambusher is awesome. What is this card? Shamble Shark. I didn't remember Shamble Shark. Huh. How funny. Shamble Shark. It's not a bad card, it grows. Then of course Consider is pretty good. And then we probably want a good amount of bounce spells and yeah, Ether Gust, maybe 1 or 2. Stroke is of course good against Minota. Counter. What kind of counters do we have that are good? Miscast. Storm Tamer is pretty decent. Can play some Spell Pierces in the side if there's some kind of spell based combo. Yeah, Jawari Disruption might be good, yeah. Drake might be good in the side as well. Scatter might be good. Drake Jawari might be okay in the main. Hermit might be okay. Yeah, there is a lot of fun stuff here. There is a lot of fun stuff here. So that's all good. And I mean, Nissa is in these kind of decks a nice top end usually, right? Because I like Nissa usually as a top end, and I like the Shark Typhoon against, that's not how you spell it, against control decks. Okay, so we have at the moment 24 lands? 24. 24 might be enough actually. Simic, explore. And then we need to make some cuts. We have a bit too many creatures. And yeah, I mean we don't want too many late game creatures. Horror is also something that we might want against control decks. Can go down one amalgam. Maybe Ceratops is actually good. If there are control decks, they don't like it usually. Yeah, they have a hard time. Questing Beast as well. Questing Beast can come one in the main. Okay. And then maybe 4 Memory Deluge is a bit... yeah, it's a bit top heavy. I mean, our deck is already a bit top heavy. I think Amalgam isn't good enough. Obstructionist, maybe 1 is enough. Disruption, maybe 2 is enough. Sailor, 2 is probably more than enough. Trickster, Preserver, maybe 1 in the side. Crisis. I'm not sure about Crisis actually in this deck. Hermit, maybe 1 in the side. How can we do this? Oh yeah, and of course, what is heavier? Blue is much more blue heavy. So what we want to do is to have some useful lands. Namely 1 Ventress and 1 Storm Giant and 1 Boseiju. Yeah, that's good. And then maybe 1 Nissa and 1 Typhoon are enough in the main deck. And maybe 1 Hermit and 1 Adversary are enough in the main deck as well. I think we have a good amount of spreads, right? 4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 19, 20, 26. That's actually too many. Maybe Trickster can go down. QB can maybe go in the side. And then maybe 1 more thing can go in the side. I mean, I guess Nissa is only good against slower decks, right? Probably, yeah. Okay, and then what we need to do is to have a quick look at the sideboard and take some things out. And I do want a decent mix of answers to different problems, so we want a mix of answers to different problems. Maybe Preserver isn't something that we want. Beast isn't necessarily what we want either. Horror might be a bit too slow as well, and we don't have enough spells to buy back, proactive spells. And maybe Nissa is a bit slow. I mean, it can grind, that's true, but we don't necessarily want to grind too much either. Hermit might be a bit slow. Maybe 1 Gargaroth is good against aggressive decks. It can gain us life and such. Okay, meanwhile, done with updating my other computer for work. Very good, very good. Hey, hi, Flaming Biohazard. How are you doing? Right, so I'm gonna run this. and I hope I don't lose too horribly, and I hope I can complete the dailies. Flaming Biohazard, cool name. What are you playing these days? Doing pretty good, you. Me too. had a very short sleep. My wife is quite advanced in her pregnancy, so the baby moves around a lot, and she wakes up, and then I wake up. But we just had Golden Week here in Japan, and it was very relaxing and fun, so it's all good. Today I'm going to teach 6 classes, but I'm pretty well prepared, so not too worried about any of that. And I have half an hour now to just play around a bit. It's a good day. You play Magic as well? Great stuff. What do you play these days? Do you have a go-to deck or a favorite thing you like to run? Let's have a look. Well, we don't need a third consider, but that's not bad actually. We can go with the sailor. It gives us something to do. Just go in and play. We'll keep up the Grow Spiral that draws us a card. If we need to, we can Trickster. Opponent looks like Azorius control. There are just foretelling cards, presumably foretelling Noti counterspells. If you're playing Azorius, Shark Typhoon might be pretty good against them. So I'm quite content with casting that. Keep up Breeding Pool, so we have Trailed Mystic and Nightpack Ambusher. I mainly play Standard and I mainly use an Angel deck. Oh, Angels are awesome! Are you using the new 2-mana Angel from Streets of New Capenna? That looks pretty busted, and I think with the Valkyrie it might be very strong. So they're not playing anything, but they must have counterspells up, right? I guess in that case we just bring in a 2/2 Shark. It's not much of a plug, but you know, still 2 creatures, they have to do something about it. We can attack planeswalkers and so on. Huh? Do they have those 3 mana? No, I actually haven't seen most of the new stuff yet. Oh, there's a, you should check it out if you like angels. There's a 2-mana angel, and she makes angel spells. I think she can give mana that you can use for angel spells. And she also makes your angels come into play with a +1/+1 counter or something along those lines. So it's not busted, but it's very good. It's certainly very good. Should we play Hermit? If we play Hermit, we can make something more expensive, but we can still cast the Trickster. If you don't play Hermit, it's their 5-mana turn, so bro, that's where they might want to cast a Teferi. So what's your angel deck focused on? Is it the Valkyrie and the bishops? We're just gonna cast Deluge because Deluge is not a threat. I don't mind so much if they counter it. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. And we're almost at 7 mana anyway, so almost at full Storm Giant's mana. We're gonna cast the Hermit here and have it done. Patience is important. We have to run them out of threats. Doomscar. Nah, I don't like that one. Sorry. No. Maybe no. Maybe just no. Okay. That looks a bit scary. Narset! Ah, that's something I should probably run in the sideboard, right? It can dig for my counterspells, and yeah, just nice to have it in general, probably. So we will have to kill Narset, of course. and continue pressuring my opponent. And end the turn. Ooh, Field of Ruin is nasty. Javari is not great there, because it only makes them pay one more. I mean, this one isn't bad. He's gonna die anyway. It only costs one, so why not? Might as well make them spend their mana. What? Man, you could have paid that. That was interesting. It's a black and white angel deck that you're running. Cool. Furious Retribution and that kind of stuff. I haven't really played much with angels, but it always seems like when I do play against them, I get pretty badly blown out because they come out of nowhere and they come pretty strong. Yeah, Obstructionist is not that great here. Neither is Merfolk Trickster because they're not running a whole lot of creatures. Disruption might not be that good. They get beyond, they get past it pretty quickly. What could we cut? Maybe one land if we're... We already cut Javari. Maybe one land is okay. Although they do have Field of Ruins, so we do need at least one basic. Maybe one Gross Spyro can go. Two even. Black and White Angels. That sounds fun. Black and White is very good in general in Standard at the moment, and Alchemy it seems so. It has excellent removal, very strong Planeswalkers, so you can have a really beefy late game plan in case your early mid-range aggro doesn't work out. What card did that me? Yep. The multiple 4/4 Angels. What was that? What was the name of that card? That came out in the Viking set last winter, right? Godheim. Unleashed? Something Unleashed. Starheim Unleashed. You can foretell and then you pay X and you get X Angels. Yeah, that card looked promising. I think at the time, why wasn't it played at the time? Because last winter was still... Was last winter still dominated by Eldraine? Might have been. Yeah, Eldraine just kept everything down, but now that Eldraine is gone, things are a lot more diverse. Let me check. Sure, take your time. Yeah, this is not a bad hand. We have some interaction, we can dig a bit, we have enough mana, we have a very good threat that they have to remove as soon as we get it. I like their report tray. Yeah, just go like this and we keep mana up. Let's just take that down a notch. Sure. I'll consider. Yep, Mystic is a good card. Quite happy to play more than one. And let's just hold things down. Shark Typhoon. I mean, I have 3 Shark Typhoons in the deck. Would be nice to cast one, but it's not. I don't think I'm in a hurry to do so. So, yeah, Cascade. There we go. Cast our Sailor. Okay, we are at 4 mana. Our deck is fully functional, fully operational like Death Star. And we have 2 Field Mystics. That's quite a lot of advantage. What is my opponent planning? Ooh, Shark Typhoon. Naughty. Yeah, that can stonewall our sailor pretty badly, so well done. It also trades with the Mystic. And they attack out. Wow, are they planning to race me? Wow, cool. I love that. Yeah, let's try the Ambusher. I think that's gonna eat an Absorb. But that's okay. We have to run them out of counters, because otherwise, if we get into a counter war, they might win. I should have maybe waited until I have one more land. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind too much. Yeah, we can just attack here, and we're okay. We can draw plenty of cards. Yeah, so my hope with this Simic deck is, at the moment, that because the Explorer meta is supposed to be very combo heavy, maybe this deck has some legs because it can fight with counterspells, many of the combo shenanigans that people are trying to pull off. It's a bit weak when it comes to removal, but not too horrible, and it has some solid threats. Usually this deck has been good in Historic and Standard when it was Starnheim Unleashed, your card, the 4/4 Angel tokens, yeah. How long have you been playing Magic for? Yeah. So my opponent is thinking about Castle Ventressing. It's not the moment to Castle Ventress. Do we need 6 mana? We don't really. Now we can just go in with Sailor, and then we can next turn Deluge and keep up Mystical Dispute. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy to just Frilled Mystic that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No need for that. I don't think so, my friend. I don't think you will cast the Wandering Emperor at instant speed. Not on my watch, buddy. I started sometime last year. Good, good, good. Have you dipped into Alchemy or Explorer or Historic yet? Or sticking to Standard for the moment? I mean, Standard has been in a very good place. I think since Eldraine retired in last September, Standard has been very fun. Before that, it's been dominated way too much by that's not great. It's being dominated way too much by the Eldraine cards. And there wasn't really anything very exciting going on for a long time. But recently that has changed in a good way. I'm not that worried about my life total because they don't have a man land at the moment and they don't really have any other threats, so I can Shark Typhoon for more. I can cast a big shark at some point in next turns. Yeah, this deck is weird because it rewards patience, so in some sense it's a little bit like annoying, to be honest. I don't always fancy playing against it. Though I do sometimes on rare occasions play ranked or midweek Magic, standard. Okay, so you usually play in the unranked queue. Yeah, I mean that can be a lot more fun, to be honest. In the ranked it can get really repetitive. Oh, that's nice. No, I think we don't let them draw now. Because they're setting up for a really nice draw. Maybe I could have just countered their threat. But whatever. We're not in a bad place. But basically this way, they're a bit behind on lands. And I just denied them their lands. Whatever they play, we can just bounce with the borrower. And then we're not in a bad place. If they're not playing anything like the Fairy or a Shark Typhoon hardcast, then I think I'm just gonna bring one of the cast roads. And yeah. Anthony. Real? Okay. So Explorer seems to be very dominated by Vinota and Greasafang. I don't know, I'm now looking at my deck and I don't think this deck would actually have it in it to combat those decks. I thought that with a couple of counter spells it might, but might have to up the counter number. At least in this game I didn't draw nearly enough counter spells to combat anything remotely combo-ish. Okay, opponent decides that this can resolve. Let's see whether that's a mistake or not. We'll definitely go in. And then let's see what they have. Maybe they have another Shark. Maybe they have another Wandering Emperor. I might even let the Emperor resolve this time. I don't mind so much if it comes. No, they give up. Maybe they just get bored. I mean, they haven't drawn a land for a really long time. They were a bit mana starved. Okay, that was okay. It's a good start. First game in Explorer, I think. First ranked. And we got many of our dailies done. Let's run it back again and see how it does. Thank you, GG. Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, opponent, I don't know. Why did they quit? Maybe they just didn't have time, or... Yeah, playing these flash decks, many people I think scoop out of anger. It can be a bit infuriating. I know. I'm only playing it because I'm really afraid of all the combo decks, and my dailies are to play a number of green and blue cards, and that's the easiest way maybe to accomplish this daily quest. So, Squiggle. I like it. What's a pathways? We do have some pretty decent options. This looks so far like... I have a strong suspicion that this is going to be Greasafang, because it's straight up black and white, but it's all basics. That's strange. Okay, opponent is silver ranked. Maybe there's someone who started the game recently and they don't have a very strong collection yet. I will bring the Storm Tamer because I still have mana for Trickster and the Borrower this way. I mean, not Borrower, but Pet Theft. And having the Storm Tamer would be really good later if I get to cast a Nightpack Ambusher. Opponent seems to be stuck on mana, which is unfortunate. I mean, I do feel sorry for them. Yeah, the mana system in Magic is the biggest weird thing. I'm gonna end my turn. Where are you gonna cast? Should we try the Ambusher or not? I mean, they're stuck on 3 mana and they don't have any counter spells. But on the other hand, I can't really defend it, right? That takes some mana. I do want something to increase the pressure a bit. Maybe I'll just draw a card here. Yeah, 5th land would be good. That's good too. Yep, that's perfect. Yeah, Merchant used to say on his stream always that Magic is easy, you just have to draw what you need. So it is certainly the case for me here. And then the Ambusher comes, and let's see what the opponent can do about that. Okay, we have the Stormtamer up, and now we have the Frilled Mystics up as well. Yay, they're not in a good position. Okay. We get our first Wolfie. Wolfie is still very strong. It's just a good card. Toadseas. Do we want to Toadseas? I don't... I mean, actually, I don't care too much. Yeah, you can Toadseas me. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, there's not much they can really do here. They can take one of my Frilled Mystics, but... yeah... I think they saw that I just have too many threats for them to fight through. So they seem to be someone who wants to cast their spells on curve. Maybe they have expensive spells. We haven't seen much of their deck. Maybe a Jawari Disruption can go, and I don't know, one Growth Spiral, and then we'll just see what my opponent is playing. I wonder, does anyone have any idea what their deck might be? So I'm thinking about trying out a couple of Explorer decks this week. I played last week a bunch of drafts. I think I'm around, I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 9 drafts. And I didn't do very well so far. To be perfectly honest, I think I only won... I trophied maybe one. Which is probably my worst run with drafts so far, and that was 7-2. Then I went 6-3 one time, 5 and 4-3 a few times. But I had at least 2 or 3. Wow, hello there. 2 or 3 games where I went. Oh, that's good. That's good. Where I went 0-3. Horrible, especially with Jund. I think twice I went 0-3. So this draft environment has been tough for me, and at the same time, I've been playing Magic for... Oh, thanks for the questions. I've been playing Magic for... I played a bit when I was a kid, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Maybe about 25, I was around, I don't know, 10, 11. Oh, well done, well done. And back then, my family had a few lodgers. They were university students at the local uni. They're very nice guys, studying agricultural science and management, and mathematics, chemistry, and management about how to keep livestock, how to grow crops effectively, and very, very clever, good guys. I got a couple of Magic cards from, actually one of them, I think. Oh, they get to connive, even if I did the casting. I always forget about this. Naughty, naughty. Anyway, so yeah, that's when I started, and I played with those guys for like maybe 1-2 years. But then I haven't played for like 20 years, and I started again shortly after Arena kicked off. So that must have been what, 3 years ago. Yeah, that's okay. So what are they playing? What is really their plan? I mean, I see that they want to discard many things. They've mostly been discarding lands and spells. I'm really curious what the idea is here. I mean, this might be, I don't know, Thundersteel Colossus. Is this a version of the Greasafang deck? I'm so confused. I just don't know what they're up to. I think we're just gonna bring the Ambusher because we need something that can raise the Shredder. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty far behind in this race, but still. We do get the Wolfis, so we're gonna have a 2-turn clock. Whereas they need 3 turns to kill me. But I'm quite worried about what else they have. There's our boy. No, we don't want that to bring back the... Yeah, no, we're fine without Greasafang, thank you very much. So it is a Greasafang deck, okay. What does this do? Oh, they can rebuy the... They can rebuy the Greasafang. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, so I've been playing now for about 3.5 years, and it's been really fun. Arena, well, Arena has its problems, but, you know, it's not too horrible, and I think it's an enjoyable quality. I think we're gonna look for maybe another counterspell or something. Oh, opponent is keeping the ledger up. I mean, in that case, the Shark Typhoon could come in pretty handy. Making a big shark to get past the Shredder. Yeah, why not? Why not? We're gonna bring the land. That's 7 mana. So we can make a 5/5 Typhoon. Whoa, even that's not big enough. I'm not gonna attack into that Shredder. I'm just gonna keep making Wolfis. But they did buy back something. They have another Thirst. Yeah. I've been playing quite a bit. Another Greasafang. It's very annoying. We're gonna dig. We're gonna hope to find something. That won't do it. Okay. So we need to be quite careful here. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card. It gains haste. Right, so when this happens, yeah, that's okay. And they bring back the Parhelion. Right, they're coming in for the kill, sure. At that point, before... Yeah. We need to tap the Parhelion, right? Oh, the Parhelion is not yet a creature because it hasn't resolved. Ah! I messed up. I wrote it in too early. I'm gonna die to the angels. Yep. Yep. Okay. So I should have done it now. But the angels will put me to 1. Because the shark will block the party. What a punt. What a weird punt. Okay, anyway, we'll bring in the Cutthroat. Can I attack back for it? No, because the angels have vigilance, right? The angels have vigilance. But even if they wouldn't have vigilance, I wouldn't be able to attack back, right? No, I probably couldn't. And even then I only have 10, 13, 17, and they can block the 4/4. Right, well, we're dead, probably. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, we'll let our opponent kill us, and that's it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll give them the priority. Yeah, oh well. That's what I was afraid. It's really hard to fight through these combo decks. Did they discard Parhelion again? Yeah, they're gonna come in for like 20 in the sky. What else can we side in these colors? I mean, Boseiju could have taken out the Parhelion, right, as well, if you throw it earlier. Maybe I should run more Boseijus. That could do it. That could actually take out the artifact before it has a chance to resolve the attack trigger. No, before it has a chance to attack. Counter target creature spell could be good here. Dang. Tough. I mean, maybe the Gargaroth is good because it has reach. They must have good removal for it, but still. Spell Pierce is less important than I thought. I mean, Mystical Dispute might be okay. They don't have a lot of mana, so we might be able to catch them out with that. Adversary can be good. Yeah, tapping their things can be good actually. So Trickster can stay. What else? Yeah, GG. Well, so. Thank you for the encouragement, but I wish it would have gone better. I think Sailor doesn't do that much. It doesn't have a chance to get in very reliably. So we need to be quite speedy to get under these combo decks. And I'm afraid against Winota we will fare even worse. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. We have some counter spells, and we have Borrower is good. It can bounce Parhelion or the Greasafang or Shredder. What else can we do? Well, not much for the moment, but let's see what my opponent is going to be up to. You're not doing much either. Yeah, we're just going to keep playing our lands. It would be nice to establish a threat, but not sure what threat I should lead with. They already have the Colossus. Because both of these are pretty useful against their combo. That's why I'm a bit hesitant to actually cast them as creatures. Yeah, they can win us a turn against their combo, and then maybe we can do something against it. You don't need to worry about these kind of spells too much, I guess. I'm going to head out for a bit. Thank you, Flaming Biohazard. Have a great day or night. It's in the morning here, 10 a.m., but whatever time it is there. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, we want to bluff that this matters. If they tap out, that's perfect for us. Do they? If they have the Greasafang, they're not gonna tap out, right? Yeah. They're just gonna play Greasafang, bring back the Thundersteel or the Sky Sovereign, and attack. Okay, they didn't have it, so they don't have the combo yet. They're looking for cards. Tricky. I just want to bring something to have at least a blocker. And I want to counter, well, Greasafang obviously, or nothing else really. Greasafang is what we need to counter, if we counter anything. Nah, we're okay with that. Interesting. I'm sure they boarded in a good amount of removal, and most of that is blanked at the moment, so that's good. Another Thirst. Wow, so many Thirst knowledges. We cast a lot in the previous game as well. Yeah, that's an ideal card for them. Consider you're digging very relentlessly. Cool. And the Shredder is there again. Well, we want to keep the Essence Scatter for and the Prelude Mystic for Greasafang, so I think for the moment we're okay. I might just want to Trickster that, or might even just want to borrow the Shredder and then bring in the borrower and start pressuring them a little bit. Having something in the sky sounds good, but they might just have straight up removal for it, so we'll see. Yeah, but going in for 3 sounds nice. Although I'm sure they have a lot of faithless mendings, which gains them lives, so it won't matter so much in the long run. That's just 2 mana, draw 2. Wow, pretty good. Do we want Shredder to be around? Not really. I think I need to establish a board slowly and try and kill them. And Shredder just seems like it will help them to dig way too efficiently, while also giving them a sizable blocker against all my small flyers. But they only have 2 mana, right? So let's get rid of that. Thank you. They have another counterspell, do they? Maybe, I don't know. I think for them the important thing was to deny my threat and that way limit my clock. Oh, and they still might be able to cast Greasafang, but they still don't have Greasafang? Is that even possible? Is that even possible? Very dubious, but we're doubtful, but who knows, right? We've seen stranger things. Yeah, Faithful Mending, of course. Yeah, I mean, it happens with me regularly that I play Phoenix and all 4 Phoenixes are in the last 20 cards, so... But from next turn on, we could activate, in theory, the Hall of the Storm Giants and hit them for 10 a turn. I mean, they must have found at least 1 Greasafang at this point. If they haven't, then something is broken. Although they don't really have many artifacts in the graveyard either, so that's funny. Okay. Well, let's see. Does it work? They have another Rebuke. They might. Oh no, they have another Rebuke. How annoying. Okay, so now we have to get it right. This guy is gonna come. It's gonna bring back the Parhelion, that's okay. It's gonna crew the Parhelion. That's also okay. And this is where we want to tap the Parhelion, and then the Parhelion just goes back to their hand. And we hit them for... And let's see, I mean, it's up to my opponent. They can actually hardcast Parhelion, which is pretty painful. Faithful Mending, they'll discard the Parhelion and the Colossus, and they bring the Parhelion and the Angels hit me for a lot. Do they get a backup Greasafang? Not sure. Oh, really? But that was interesting, though. Okay, so they hit me with the ship, but the ship will go back to their... they destroyed my board. And they have a blocker against the man land. Let's pretty good. Yeah. But let's see whether I can get anything that gets me out of this. Phase out. That's actually perfect for me. I mean, I can phase out Parhelion and the 2 angels. Yeah. Yeah, we have to try that. Yes. Yeah. Crew. Okay. Make the angels. Silly me. I could have phased it out before it makes angels, and then I could have gotten in with the Hall of Storm Giants. Because I would have had enough mana to phase out both the Parhelion and the Butler. Whereas this way I won't have enough mana for that. Ah, dang. That's a mistake. The problem is it's gonna make the angels, whatever, right? Yeah. Okay. So I can phase out the 2 angels. So that's for now. Do they have another counterspell? They might. They might have another rebuke or something. I mean, I can pay the 3 mana, but I can only phase out 1 creature then, right? Which is a problem. I really messed up here. Yeah. I really messed up here. I should have done this much earlier. If they have another rebuke, then we're dead. Alright, we can play that 1 time. Phase out 1 of the angels. We survive on 3. Nope. And... yeah. And we would need to be able to bounce the Butler or something. But we won't be. No, Hermit doesn't do it. Hermit doesn't quite do it. Ah, dang. That was painful. That was rather painful. And they're just going to Fateful Man Parhelion again, bring it back with the Greasafang, and come in for lethal. Sedge, but that's life. Yeah. And here we go. Not much I can do. Okay, anyway, good game. It was good fun. I tried beating Greasafang. Simic, it isn't. So try a different method, lads. Don't follow my example, or you will get squashed by the Greasy boy. Greasy will squash you easy. Tough. Oh well. Yeah, combo decks metas are always a bit annoying because you have to build against them very strictly. And I don't know why your opponent is playing it out, but maybe they like to play it out or they're practicing it. Anyway, I could have conceded as well, of course, but I don't like conceding. Yeah, anyway, that was good. Interesting games. So, we could win 1, we lost 1, against a pretty suboptimal Greasafang actually, because they didn't even have very good mana. Tomorrow I'll have a little bit more time, so I might do a bit of drafting, but, oh wow. Horrible card, but very funny one. And have a lovely day or lovely evening, wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye bye.